What's up, everyone? So, Christmas came early, and I gotta thank Roxley for actually, meeting deadlines and having a product ready to go. So, we have Santa versus Krampus for Dice Throne. And I also got all the promo cards for the Kickstarter, which you can buy on Roxley's website, I believe. I gotta double check that. And then we have the promo pack for 2020, the promo card set for Season 1 and 2. So, let's see what's in the box. So we have a new version of the rules with Santa and Krampus on it. That's pretty neat. We have our tokens for Dice Throne, of course, and looks like we got coal and cocoa, bells, gifts, and Santa and Krampus. And as you can see, the cardboard is always of good quality and thickness because Roxley is a really good game company. Oh, I didn't even notice that. That's pretty cool. I should probably use that as my intro. Santa versus Krampus is pretty epic right there. Alright, first up, we got, I guess, Krampus. And then we got Santa. Nothing on the bottom, but that's alright. Alright, so we had our traditional plastic here where it's color-coded. So Krampus is green, Santa is red. So we'll start with Krampus. Alright. So we can see that Krampus has the standard for SWAT. 3 of a branch does 5 damage, 4 of a branch 6, and 5 does 7. Scavenge, he gains 3 gifts, gain 2 CP, and draw a card. That seems pretty cool. Bad Tidings, that looks like 1 of each. Distribute 3 coal amongst opponents, and then deal 2 damage, collateral damage, to each opponent per coal on the board. I don't know if that's a max of 3 per player or 5. We got Rotter, 2 sticks and 2 bells. Inflict coal, deal 8 damage, roll 1. On a stick, inflict an additional coal. Inflict 1 additional coal. And then on a gift, gain a gift. And then on, I guess that's Krampus, draw 1 reject. I think those are the minions Krampus gets. So Krampus looks like a lot like Loki with this. And let's see, we have Misbehaving, small straight, gain a gift, deal 7 damage. Rejection, large straight. Draw 1 reject, or you may activate 1 reject without discarding it and deal 9 damage. That's pretty cool. Spoils, which is 4 Krampuses, so it's 1 away from an ultimate. Gain a gift, draw 1 reject, inflict 2 coal, and then deal 9 damage. That's pretty good. Deviled Eggs looks like his defense. Roll 3 dice. On 2 sticks, inflict coal. On a gift, gain a gift, I think. And then on Krampus, deal 1 damage per reject. So Krampus seems pretty versatile here. And let's look at his card and see how he works. So, Coal. Coal is a status effect. Stack limit is 4. Prevents 1 CP from being gained. Next time a player with 4 of these tokens would gain CP, they must first remove all coal tokens and then reduce the amount of CP gained by 1. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Then we have Gift. It's a unique status effect. Stack limit 3. Spend to gain a reject. During main phase, you may spend this token to draw a card from the reject deck and put it in play. This token may not be transferred by any means, but can be removed. Then we have rejects. Each reject may be activated once per turn, providing an immediate effect. Whenever a reject is drawn, it is immediately put into play. When activating a reject, resolve the activation effect and discard it. You may only have 3 rejects in play at any one time. They have no effect until activated. If you ever have more than 3 rejects, you immediately discard back down to 3 without activating. If you ever need to draw a reject and none are available, shuffle the reject discard pile. Okay, standard rules. Heroes setup. Begin the game with reject cards shuffled in their own deck pile, and then you draw it. So you start with a reject. Okay, it's a switch, a jingle, a present, and horns. His complexity rating is a 4 out of 6. And his weapon of choice is apparently rejects. Bio, Krampus. Brings bad tidings and all coal to those who have something my eyes are trying to adjust. Misbehaved, and if it wasn't rotten enough for his own, it was also scavenged through additional gifts and brought life to an army of minions. These rejects have to support Krampus in casting great discomfort and pain. Well, yeah, that kind of sounds like Krampus. Rules clarifications, not really going to go into that, but you can zoom in if you want to see it. Krampus' dial. So we got, I think it's Krampus and a Muppet. We have his dice. So with the Kickstarter, the only real difference from, retail is the dice. And of course, the dice are always high quality. These look like they got a good swirl effect. Ignore the noise under there. That's Ava chewing on a bone or playing with toys. I really don't know what she's doing right now. We got our dial, which looks like more Muppets. Alright, here's the rejects. We have Dottie, additional effect, add 3 damage attack modifier. That's pretty good. We have Bitey. He's a little vampire. Additional effect, heal 2, add 2 damage to attack modifier. That's pretty sweet. Springy, activation effect, inflict 2 cold, add 1 damage attack modifier. These are all pretty good. Sargy, additional effect, make an attack undefendable attack modifier. Yeah, these are good abilities. Squishy, it's a teddy bear of some sort. Additional effect, playing after being attacked to prevent 3 incoming damage. Wormy, additional effect, perform an additional roll, attempt up to 5 dice. That's pretty cool. During offensive, so we got 6 rejects. So that's pretty neat. So of course we got our turn order card. Always convenient and color coded, and I wish more games did this because this is a really good mechanic that Dice Zone does. And we have our Krampus random selection card, so that's pretty neat. Alright, let me organize this and do the layout. So first up, we have Krampus's Mythic card. Activation ability, if opponent has 4 coal, you may choose to remove them and deal 3 as an isolated source of undefendable damage. I don't know if that's good. Flip ability, when you activate, up to 3 rejects this turn without discarding them. That's pretty strong. And then on the backside, first Mythic rules. Yep, just the veteran difficulty. Standard stuff. So, it looks like Krampus only gained 3 different main activation cards, and one of them being a promo. We have Krampus's Helper, cost 3 CP, draw 2 rejects. Pretty strong. Give a little, cost 0, discard a gift, and then deal 3 damage to an unchosen opponent. Pretty cool. Then we have Krusty Krampus, which is the promo. Roll 1. On horns, gain 3 gifts. On any other outcome, draw a card, and it costs 0 CP. It's pretty standard for a lot of the specialty cards that are promos. So Krampus comes with 3 roll phase cards that are different from the standard lot. We got Bitey's Bite for 2 CP. May only be played when activating Bitey. Double the activation effect of Bitey. Seems pretty strong, but also kind of limited. Springy Surprise, costs 2 CP. It's an attack modifier. May only be played when activating Springy, so these are all restricted, it looks like. Adds 1 damage for each cold the opponent are inflicted with, and then up to a maximum 4. Neat. And we got Dottie, who costs 0 CP and may only activated when playing Dottie. Or activating Dottie. When your opponent are inflicted with at least 2 cold, gain 2 CP. Additionally, if they're inflicted with at least 4 cold, draw a card. Pretty versatile, but pretty restrictive. Krampus comes with 1 unique instant action. It is called Regift. Costs 1 CP. May only be played when activating a reject. Do not discard the reject when performing the activation effect. So that's pretty helpful. You might be able to play all of them in 1 turn, it looks like. Alright, let's get to Krampus's upgrades. So for defense, we have Deviled Eggs 2. So on the defense roll, you roll 4 dice now instead of 3. And on a bell, you heal 1. But everything else is the same, so it costs 3 CP. It's kind of neat. We have Rejection 2, which is the straight one. Draw 1 reject. You may activate 1 reject with discarding it. So the top part's the same, but you get an additional Coal Surprise, costs 2 CP. 3 branches and a gift, gain a gift, inflict coal, and then deal 2 undefendable damage. So that's the upgrade for that. Next we have Rauder 2. Deals 8 damage. You roll 2 dice when activating the effect, but you lose the coal. Kind of weird. But you inflict 1 coal per branch, which is the same, but you heal 1 on a bell now, and everything else the same. Interesting. No, it still does 8 damage. Okay. So everything except you just gain that healing ability and roll an extra die. Pretty good for 1 CP, really. We have Spoils 2, which is 4 horns, and then also 3 horns. Difference, the top is the same, just adds Unholy Presence. On 3 horns, gain a gift and deal 4 undefendable damage. We have Misbehaving 2, which is the small straight. Gain a gift and now deal 8 damage instead of 7. It costs 1 CP. We have Scavenge 2, which is now just 2 gifts to gain 3 gifts, so that's really cool. And it costs 0. So that's a really cool ability. And then we have the upgrade for SWAT. SWAT goes to level 2, deals 5 damage, 6, 7. On 3 of a kind, gains a gift. Pretty standard. I did forget to mention his ultimate, which we have Discomfort and Pain. Let me move it up here to get out of that glare. So gain a gift, draw 2 rejects, deal 10 undefendable damage, may activate only 1 reject without discarding it, and it costs 5. So Krampus seems pretty strong so far, but I haven't looked at Santa, but Santa looks like he just hits things. Alrighty. So here we have the big man himself, Santa, who looks like a barbarian for some reason. I mean, literally, just like a cup of meat and an axe, but I guess it's eggnog and an axe. We got his board. Santa's dice. Oh, pretty nice dice, really deep engraving. CP dial, we got an evil looking reindeer. And Santa looking like he's on the warpath. Alright, let's see what the big guy does. So, first we have Trim Your Tree. 3 axes deal 4, 4 axes deal 6, and 5 axes deal 8. Then we had the Fireside Chat, very Teddy Roosevelt. After targeting an opponent for 4 bells, you roll 1 die. If your roll is equal or greater, after targeting about each of you, okay, so you and your opponent, so it's a betting mechanic. Roll 1 die, undefendable damage, and you gain a cheer. Otherwise, deal 8 damage and get an eggnog. We have Festivities, 3 axes and 2 stars, it looks like. Gain 2 eggnog. All players gain 1 CP. Kind of weird. And then deal 7 damage plus 1 per player. That has an interesting multiplayer mechanic. We have Naughty or Nice, 2 axes, 2 bells, and a star. After targeting opponent, roll 1 die. On a 1 of 4, your opponent is nice. They gain a CP. And then deal 10 damage. Well, so much for that. Then we have on a 5 or 6, your opponent is naughty. They gain a cheer. You do 12 damage. It's interesting. But very good abilities either way, since that's a lot of damage. Then we have Rosy Cheeks, small straight. Gain a cheer. Deal 6 plus 1 damage per cheer. Interesting. Then we have Holy Joy, 4 stars. Gain 2 cheer, 3 eggnog, and then 6 undefendable damage. Reindeer Games is a large straight. Gain a cheer, 2 eggnog. Deal 4 damage, plus 1 per eggnog and plus 1 per cheer. And his defense is eggnogging it. Defense roll 4 dice. Gain a cheer, it looks like, and an eggnog. And then gain on a star, gain a cheer. Okay. Then we have Comfort and Joy. Gain 4 eggnog, deal 10 damage for 5. Immediately target the same opponent with additional offensive roll phase. Oh, that's pretty cool. Yeah, Santa looks like he can bring the beat down. We have Santa's Mythic card. Active ability during your upkeep phase. Gain an eggnog. Really strong. Then flip ability. After spending 3 eggnog, roll the dice 5 times in a row instead of once. Neat. And then the standard, this turns off. How to play it. Yep. So nothing's changed on that. So it looks like Santa comes with 3 main cards, 1 being a promo, of course. So we have for Santa's Helper. It's a Dark Elf of some sort. Discard 5 eggnog to heal 2, draw 1 card, gain a cheer, then deal 2 undefendable damage. Cost 0 CP. Kind of cool, but kind of restrictive. White Elephant Gift, which is kind of funny. Concealed Cheer and 3 eggnog in 1 hand and nothing in the other hand. Ah, okay, it's one of those choose. Your opponent chooses a hand or rolls a die to determine if preferred. If they choose an empty hand, you keep the contents of the otherwise, nothing happens. Okay, that could be fun. Rebel Without a Clause, costs 0 CP, roll 1 die, on a star gain 2 cheer, and 4 eggnog, pretty cool. And any other count, draw a card, which is pretty standard again with all the promos. So, for his roll phase action cards, we have Extremely Naughty, costs 2 CP. It's an attack modifier. Play only after activating Naughty or Nice offensive ability. Okay. If your opponent is naughty, the attack becomes undefendable. Additionally, your opponent must apologize to you for being naughty or else received. That's pretty funny. Then we have Gang Deer, 1 CP, attack modifier, roll 5 dice, add 1 per damage per axe, and on 2 bells, gain a cheer. Then we have Rudolph, which is 1 CP, attack modifier, add 1 damage per cheer. Not bad. For his 2 instant actions, we have Nostalgic. For 1 CP, gain 5 eggnog. That is really cool. Then we have Ho Ho Ho. 1 CP, roll 1 die, gain half the value as cheer, rounded up. Pretty good abilities, really. Alright, let's get to Santa's upgrades. So, first we have Eggnogging It. Changes from 4 dice to 5, but other than that, same abilities. And it costs 2 CP. A little expensive, but extra dice are always good. Now, Reindeer Games, level 2, large straight. So, the top part's the same, but he gains mistletoe for 2 axes and 2 bells. And chosen player gains a cheer. 2 chosen players gain a cheer. May choose the same player twice, and then deal 2. I'm not sure exactly if cheer's bad to stack on opponents. Naughty or Nice, level 2. 2 CP. Same results. The only difference is instead of 1 through 4, it's now 1, 2, 3. Opponent gains Nice. And if they are Nice, gain a CP, deal 11. And then 4 through 6, opponent gains Cheer and do 13 damage. So increases damage and makes the roll 50-50. We have Holy Joy. So the above part, pretty much the same, except they gain an extra cheer and you deal 1 extra damage. Then we have Tannin Boon. For 3 stars, gain a cheer and then 5 eggnog, which the 5 eggnog thing seems real important with them. Rosy Cheeks. Difference here. It's also the small straight. Deal 1 extra damage per cheer. Okay. So it's just 7 now. But it costs 2 CP. That seems kind of expensive. Festivities for 3 axes. Differences. Gain an extra eggnog. Player still gains 1 CP. Then deal 8 damage. Plus 1 per player. Yeah, these seem a little costly. Then we have Trim Your Tree. Different tiers, 1 extra damage. And of course, if 4... Okay, not 3 of a kind. 4 of a kind, you gain an eggnog. So, Santa's abilities. They're kind of expensive upgrades, really. I'm actually surprised. Alright, let's get to the promo stuff. So, first for the Christmas stuff that was added to Dice Throne Adventures, we have Elvis. He is a level 4. And he is all shook up. So, for 3 claws and 6, I don't remember what that symbol is. Roll 1 die. On a 1 to 3, deal 3 collateral damage to all engaged opponents. On a 4, deal 9. Passive, at the start of your turn, roll 1. On a 1 to 2, gain a King's Hand. Yeah, this guy's a pain. But you gain level 4 rewards. Oh, he starts with a King's Hand die too. And he has 25 health. Yeah. At the start of your turn, yeah. Defensive, roll 4 dice. On swirls, prevent 1 times King Hand damage. On 6. Yeah, he seems like a pain. But I always do love the little punny artwork of the characters they have for this game. Next we have level 4 again, Yeti. Gotta love that foiling. So he has 25 health, gains a King's Hand. Blizzard, inflict blind, and deal 8 on 3. 4, inflict blind, deal 5 collateral damage to all engaged opponents. And then on 4, inflict blind, deal 5 collateral damage to all opponents. Unique defense, prevent half damage. Wow. That kind of sucks. We have the Fates next. They have 40 health. Wow. Life Strand. 2 claws, 2 swirls. If Clotho is active, gain backstrike. If Latch is active, heal 2. If Glenda is active, inflict silence. If Atropes is active, inflict passive or parasite. Deal 4 undefended damage. Passive. The first time this minion health is reduced below 30, 20, and 10, make one of the fates inactive by covering their face with a chaos token. Neat. That's a very unique defense roll. 1 through 4. Roll 1 for each active fate. So, yeah, that seems bad. Deal 1 damage per claw and prevent 2 damage per swirl. Yeah, they seem pretty tough. We have the Slay team. These guys are fun. They are not foiled, but also a promo card. 20 health, micro straight. Oh dear. Deal 7 damage and receive 1. They hurt themselves. That's pretty funny. Small straight, deal 9. They return 2 in turn. Large straight, deal 11. They gain 3. Defensive roll, 4 dice. Yeah, on the flaming die, inflict wither. Don't remember what that does. You guys are pretty funny. We have the Winter Soldiers. They have first strike. These guys suck. I hate first strike in this game. They have 15 health. Chill out. 2 claws in a swirl deal 1 damage. 2 claws and 2 swirls deal 3 damage. 2 claws, 2 swirls, and a flaming die deal 5 damage. Add 2 damage for each chaos token you have. At the start of your turn, gain chaos. On 2 swirls for the defensive roll, 4 dice, prevent 2 damage for each chaos. Kind of neat. I do like that Winter Soldier arms there. Except it's wood. I don't know if he looks like Bucky, though. We have an Ice Cold Sprite. 14 health. Cascade. Micro Straight, deal 1 collateral damage to all opponents. Small Straight, deal 2 collateral damage. Large Straight, deal 3. Defense roll, 2 swirls, prevent 3 damage. Do not play in solo, apparently. Interesting. I don't know if that's funny. We have the Winter Clown. Yeah, clowns. No one likes clowns. 15 health. Surely you jest. Claw and die. Each opponent engaged with you rolls 1 die. On a 1, they receive 3 collateral damage and gain silence. Yeah. On 2, they receive 3 collateral damage. On 3, they gain dominance. On 4, they gain a concussion. On 5, the Winter Clown heals 2. And on 6, they heal 2. Unique defense. Activate your offense ability. Okay. These guys seem interesting. So, with the promo cards came the new Dice Throne difficulty. Scenario score of 10. Anytime you lose a scenario, you may choose to retry the same scenario mark with a negative 10 score and proceed to the next one. Okay. When first strike of minion is spawned, all players may contribute paying 2 CP to remove first strike. That's kind of useful. When a salve is used to revive a hero, all negative status effects are also removed and their health is reset to 1. Bottom part's really cool. Bosses and minions do not gain or use King's Hand tokens. That's fun. We have 3 new equipment cards. We got Bonus Blow. 1 CP. Equipment. You may spend an attack modifier status token on a teammate's attack. Kind of cool. It's a common. It's not great. Then we have Bonus Blow 2, which costs 0 CP again. And equipment. You may spend an attack modifier status effect on token on a teammate's attack. The only difference is it's 1 CP less, and it's rare. I don't know if that's worth it. We have Electro Gauntlets next. For 3 CP, whenever you attack an opponent, roll 1 die. Deal half value rounded up as an isolated source of unfamiliar chosen opponent, and it's legendary. That's pretty cool. Extra damage is always good. Alright, our 3 main phase cards in the promo pack. We have Scrooge for 0 CP. You and a chosen opponent each roll 1 die. If your roll is equal or greater, steal up to 4 CP. And it's epic. We have Throwing Canes for 1 CP. Deal 2 damage to a chosen opponent. It's rare, but it's cheap. Then we have Cookie Exchange for 2 CP. Reduce opponent's health by 4. Distribute 4 health among all heroes any way desired. And it's legendary. That's pretty strong. So our new rule phase is the Gingerbread Man. Costs 4 CP. Attack modifier. CP cost of the card may be paid by multiple heroes. Add plus 4 damage to the chosen hero's attack, and it's a common. Then we have level 2 Gingerbread Man for 4 CP. The difference is he deals an extra damage, and it's a rare. Then we have Gingerbread Man level 3. He costs 1 CP less, so 3 CP instead of 4. And he does 1 extra damage. He's epic. And then we have Gingerbread Man 4. He costs 2 CP. Okay, and he's legendary. Just reduces the cost, but does the same effect. I don't know. He's cool, and yet he kind of isn't cool. So, for our new instant card, we have X-Ray Specs. It costs 0 CP. Look at the top 2 cards of any deck, including minion, boss, loot decks. That's pretty cool. Each of these cards may be put on top or bottom of any deck in any order, and it is a rare. That's pretty handy if you were looking for items. I mean, items are good in this game. Ray Specs, level 2. Cost 0 CP. Look at 3 now. Does the same effect. It's epic. We have What Hands. That's pretty hilarious, actually, with the king missing his hands. 1 CP. Remove up to 2 king hand tokens from chosen opponent. It's a legendary. I like that card. I hate the king's hand tokens. They are kind of broken. And now Throwing Canes has gone to level 2 and has become an instant action. Costs 1 CP. Deals 2 damage. So, yeah. Just became an instant at main phase. But it's a legendary.